Batsmen do have this phobia of side screens. Off the back foot, and here comes the first run of the morning. That will go to Rahim, and he moves on to 51. Good fielding, good run, good delivery, well played as well. Full driven nicely. They will get two. No, you know, you tend to agree with you. Well, that's opened up through the gap there between slip and gully, and they'll get two.
Stump so often is getting tight and close to the stumps, which is what you want to do as a swing bowler.
Cut away on the offside, and will it go all the way? No, it's been chased down, and 2 runs to Rahim. He's been good on that cut shot. Anything wide outside off stump, he's pounced upon and hit it nicely in front of square on the offside.
Both his innings in this test match have been a joy to watch.
He clipped again with his toes. And we'll get 2 comfortably. So at the moment, Bangladesh are going along merrily. And I just think there's not enough penetration from Zimbabwe. And that's beautifully picked off his toes again. Just a straight and good running. Oh, it's a glorious stroke, that. Lovely executed by the little man, and it's going to go for 4. A shot like that deserves 4. Was full over pitch, and he was onto it like a flash.
Try the lad.
Didn't try and overhit it, he just played it with a pace. 182 for 5. Mazakatsa, he's bowled exemplary. His 17 overs cost him 52 runs, 1 wicket in the first innings, and now he's into his 18th. He's already picked up 3 wickets. He's been the pick of the bowlers as far as Zimbabwe is concerned. Short and wide outside the off stump, cut away again by Rahim, and in the slow outfield he'll get 2.
Priority, the number of runs they have in the bank or the number of overs they have left to win the game and square the series? They'll be assessing it all. They'll be thinking, do we need 100? Do we need 120 overs? Do we need more? Would we like more? Never mind need. I'm sure they'd like 400 at least. But there's a theory.
It's a long time in the field, but the advantage Bangladesh do have is that they have spinners in their lineup, some part-timers, 2 frontline spinners as well, which can take the workload off the bowling lineup. But when you're trying to bowl out a team like Zimbabwe, or when Zimbabwe is trying to bowl out Bangladesh, the key is the first 5 wickets. If you can put pressure on that top order, pick up 3 or 4 early on. Lovely shot, just a little bit of width and not quite a half volley from Kyle Jarvis. Shows it's still a good wicket out there and just ease through the covers for 2 more. But if you can put some pressure on the top order and pick up those, we'll be very happy with that.
Oh my goodness me, he's played a T20 shot out of nowhere, completely out of the blue. Mushfiqir's decided to ramp it down to fine leg, and it was very close to slip, wasn't it?
well, he's tired of this wide outside off-stump field, and he's decided to try and change things around, and it's a Nick. And Brendan Taylor, you got to say, is a bit late in moving. And, well, it didn't go that quickly, but it was a surprise that it's ended up where it has, and he just hasn't been able to control Mushfiqur Rahim. He's going to do something about it now. Again, he's not going to sit back and let this game drift. He's going to take control for his team. We're going to see more of those sort of shots in Bulawayo, but Mushfiqur Rahim turning it on in Harare Sports Club in the second test match.
So do you really think Bangladesh should pull out if they're not bowled out at lunch? I mean, give themselves 5 sessions?
For what's left today, a pull shot, he should just be the one, Manez, and the whole of tomorrow. Well, see, get too excited there. It's 310 Zimbabwe versus Pakistan. New Zealand got 304 for 8. That was drawn. 244 Bangladesh got against Zim. Zim won that. Short on that occasion, but more importantly, just the single. That's good from Zimbabwe. Dean, we've got just over an hour before we'll break for lunch. So what that means is Bangladesh, they've spoken about the 400 mark. Whether I don't think they'll get there before lunch, unless we see a lot more of that. 2 full from Creamer. Nasir Hussain using his feet, getting it on the full toss, and 4 more to the total.
That is what made that shot so special. The footwork was superb. So he got right to the pitch of the ball, met it on the full, and after that it is pretty much plain sailing. Look at that, right to the pitch of the ball.
I stitched you, Dean. It wasn't a full toss, but he made it into a very comfortable half volley. What's that constituted now? 6 off the over.
The cuts us into his 6th over.
Very good running. Good morning, Jeremy.
Morning, Ed. How are you today?
Top of the morning.
And, well, Hamilton, Golden Arm Matsukatsa gets the breakthrough. 233 for 6. And one has to feel for Mushfiqur Rahim.
Brilliant bowling by Hamilton Masakadza, just hanging it out there, and a brilliant catch by Vusi Musi Sibanda in the gully region. Full length dive.
Rodin and Sachin Tendulkar. Have a look at this catch again. Brilliant. Took the South Africa bowling attack apart for 2 hours. Oh, it's good bowling. Was given in. Oh, that's a good stumping. My goodness me, things do happen when they do happen. They happen quickly. And that's a very good stumping. It was very good hands by the keeper. Mutumbami. Well, and the umpire had no hesitation. His foot must have been in the air. Draw him forward. And it's... have a look at this.
Just tossed it up there, dragged him out of the crease, and very good work by Richie Mutumbami. Given out straight away by the umpire. 93. I haven't seen him bat, but I'm sure he'd have put that ball away.
He could play. I tell you what, that 2 hours, I think it's probably one of the best displays of batting in all my career as a broadcaster that I've seen. And I've seen a few over the years. But it was after lunch for 2 hours. As I said, it was like seeing a carpenter busy carving his furniture. That was the... And on the other hand, it was someone bludgeoning the ball. And the carpenter was Tendulkar, and he was absolutely majestic. Brilliant. And Mohammad Azharuddin, goodness me, he was...
A lot of shots at the moment, taking time out of the game. Will not give Zimbabwe more than 130 overs at their target.
Edged, and it's gone past the slip area. And they'll get runs. Walla in pursuit of it, and they'll come back for 3. Oh, and if the throw was anything on target, could have been trouble at the non-striker's end.
Not great communication there. Graham Creamer just hanging that outside off stump, drawing him into the drive, getting a bit of the outside edge. Wasn't in danger, pretty wide of Brendan Taylor. And then not great, convincing running between the wickets, but got 3 nonetheless.
Coming around. Let's try probably to change the angle of the delivery. Down the wicket he goes. That's a good shot, and it will go for 4.
Huh?
Goodness me, this Hussain fellow, he can play.
Sends the over. Bangladesh 243 for 7. Wonderful timing there through the onside.
I'm left.
This was just a beautiful shot. He's just used his feet, got full contact through the onside. Not going to be easy.
He's come down the ground and he's hit that. Oh, it's gone huge. Maximum.
He played this shot in the first innings, just waltzing down the wicket, getting the pitch of the delivery, and hitting quite a big 6 here. It's on top of the media centre, halfway up. Oh, just waltzing down, keeping his head down. Full follow through there. Lovely shot by Shah Ghazi. That they do have a lot of talent, and their talent pool is quite deep. We've seen players in the nets chomping at the bit to get an opportunity.
Where's he hit that? Just a single.
Yes, trying to play the slog sweep there. Just the
in order to produce 4-day players, is that there's a lot of hard work, because you've got to start somewhere, junior level.
Bangladesh have done that over the years. They've sent high performance squads to Australia.
So 125 overs, 130.
130 overs, I believe they think is more than enough for them to bowl the Zimbabweans out. And just the fact of, having to chase such a big total with Zimbabwe can get a big score for the guys when they're facing such an ordered task.
Certainly some very positive batting coming from the Bangladeshis now. I think they've got a declaration in mind, haven't they? I think they want to get to 400 as quickly as possible and pull out, judging by these shots. The lead is 364 at the end of the 77th over. Bangladesh will feel that they should be able to control it within another 36 runs time. Wonderful innings as well from 59. Let's have another look at that catch, or was it a catch? Last ball of the over.
It's difficult to see from that angle with the background, but it looked like the ball went through his hands.
Out, got him. Well, the fourth slip stroke gully positions worked wonders for Hamilton Masakadza, and he's picked up his 3rd wicket. Vusi Sabanda's 2nd catch as well. strange sort of fielding position, one that often we'd look at and go, well, what's that? Why is he there? But he's got 2 wickets there now. Hamilton Masakadza, well held, Wusi Sabanda.
Yeah, I was just about to question why. That's Shoaib Ghazi, who's gone for 11. Bangladesh 255.
Enormous maturity. That's very, very good delivery. Bounce, leg spinner's best friend.
I did ice my ankle last night.
A little bit of extra bounce from Graham Creamer there. The Bangladeshi change room will be happy to see that.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm done for today.
I was just about to say that he's hardly played a shot in anger, certainly not lost his head at any stage.
Neil, his maturity at the crease in this test match has really impressed me. He totally different person to the person we saw in the test match, and I think we can say that about the captain. And
here's Hamilton Masakadza for another over. He's got 3 for 19 in 10 overs, and he's known as a partnership breaker, so
and he's done the job for him again, so all credit to him.
Two slips in the gully for the number 10. Masakadza in at the pads. I mean, before this test match he had 7 wickets at 27, which is indication that he's far more than a useful part-timer.
Hamilton is somebody that Brendan has turned to in the last few test matches for Zimbabwe to let's do the holding job or strike for Zimbabwe. Try and break a partnership.
Good slower ball. It's actually very well played by Nasser Hussain. He's managed to adjust his stroke. I hope it was a slower ball.
I think it was, yeah.
I thought maybe it just slipped. Little leggy.
Little leggy, yeah. Reminds me of Guy Whittle, who was an all-rounder for Zimbabwe. Not so much in the manner in which he bowls, but the role that he plays for Zimbabwe in test match cricket. Just get the feeling that the batter is lining him up. He's having a good look around the field. And just his mannerisms in the last couple of deliveries just looks like he's ready to explode.
It looks like he's got 2 balls to find a boundary with the old ball before the new one is taken. And life becomes a little more difficult. And there you go, Tino, you picked it up perfectly. He was itching, wasn't he? In fact, that was the last ball. Was it? No, there's some confusion. Well, Ian Gould is a traditionalist and he's decided I'm a square leg umpire. On the basis that, well, I think this is ridiculous, turning down runs. That's, but as a fielding captain, on the basis that you try and do everything you can to catch the batsman out by surprise, they would have been expecting the new ball to be taken straight away. They've been batting as if they'd expected the new ball to be taken straight away. So Brendan Taylor's performed a little bit of a... Oh, that's gone a long way. Oh, goodness me, you could tell straight away by Hamilton Masakadza's reaction down at long on. He looked momentarily and then started looking towards the side screen. That's a fine, fine blow. I was just about to say, on the basis that The batsmen were expecting the new ball to be taken straight away. Give Creamer another over. Not a bad option, but it doesn't look like a good option now suddenly. 50 up for Nasser Hussain.
This is Nasir Hussain's strokes that took him to his half century.
The umpire is signaling the new ball.
Several fielders on the boundary, even though the new ball's been taken. Just one slip in a gully and several in the deep.
Cut away up and over point. Nasir Hussain adds another couple of runs to guiding that down to third man for the single. Sensible batting. It can be very difficult.
That's found the gap. It's not anywhere near timed well enough to reach the boundary. And they'll come back for three. Carl Jarvis not happy. He wanted to have another bowl at the tail ender. Loud call by the wicketkeeper, and easy as you like, takes the catch.
Bangladesh now 278.
This is the end of Sajidul Islam. Another short pitch ball by Shingi Masakadza. He picks up his fourth. Not in a great position to pull this. Getting the top half of the bat. Easy catch for Rishiman Mutumbami. That ends the innings of Sajidul Islam. Has bowled very well in this innings.
It's a flat bat down to mid-on. So one ball left. It's found the gap, but Jacob was quick. And it's pretty well fielded, but let me tell you, Nasser Hussain, that's very, very fine.
Playing the pull shot now. Picking up a very easy two.
Well, there's the boundary they were looking for. Not quite convincing. It's gone over the slips. And everyone was looking onto the leg side. It's flown over the slip area, 4 given. So the 400 lead is up.
So 84. Bangladesh now lead by 400 runs.
Smiles on the faces in the Bangladesh change room, and so they should be.
Yes, catching almost the back of the bat. Getting a boundary, almost 6. That's how hard he swung at that. And I think they will see out this over and call it in.
I must reassure you that if that was anywhere near the middle of the bat, there is no ground big enough on earth that would not have been 6 on.
Yeah, that was going into the rugby field. He swung the kitchen sink at that one.
I think you could even hear the swing in the stump marks. He's nowhere near hitting that. Not even close. He's missed that by a good foot. I think there's a call for another slow ball, Ed.
Absolutely done him. Ran down, bowled the slow ball, as you said, Dirk. And that is it. They've called it in. Bangladesh have declared.
Yeah, very interesting way to end the innings. But like we said, it was just the 400 they wanted. There's confirmation. Mushfiqur telling his batters, yeah, in we come, boys. That's enough for us. Nasser Hussain is left unbeaten on 67. That man there, he thought that he had a big job to get them to 400. He's now got a bigger job of cleaning up Zimbabwe's top order. 40 runs in the session, 2 wickets. The wickets basically irrelevant at this stage to Zimbabwe. It was how they could restrict them from making too many runs. They've got to that 400 lead, and Zimbabwe now have a pretty big task ahead of them. There's confirmation of how they got on in the second innings. Bangladesh runs again for Shakib, the captain. Mushfiqur 93, so unfortunately 7 short of his 100. Nasser Hussain left 67 not out, and Mumin al-Haq with a good contribution of 29, more or less the same contributors from the first innings.
Yes, partnerships. 2 partnerships stood out for Bangladesh. Shakib and Mushfiqur with 84. Nasir Hussain and Mushfiqur again, another 84, set the tone for the Bangladeshi second innings.
Yeah, just needed the 88 overs to get to a 400 lead, and the bowlers for Zimbabwe, Shingi Masakadza 4 for 58, toiled hard. Creamer struggled a bit expensive. 3 for Hamilton Masakadza, which is quite bizarre. He had to fill in for Keegan Meth, but did a pretty reasonable job. 1 for Jarvis, and Chikumbura, unfortunately, in the second innings was wicketless. So there's your confirmation. Bangladesh lost the toss on the first day. They got 391 in their innings. Zimbabwe then struggled, limped along, managed to get to 282. Bangladesh 291 for 9 in their second innings. They have now declared they wanted that 400 magic number, and Zimbabwe will need 401 to win this test match and win the series. But more importantly is to just save and won it.
This time he's just trying to be proactive, even without a run on the board.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do, because you try and nullify the swing and out, get the bowler to try and bowl a different length, and maybe you can just get him offline when you're batting a little bit out of your crease, just to nullify that swing.
Without a doubt, I think that if once you pull the length back as a bowler, it's very hard to get that late movement. You tend to bang the ball in rather than let it hit the surface and move. Maybe a good shot for Bangladesh, get a short leg in there. Again, immediately down the wicket. It's smart batting from Vusi Musiswanda. He's forcing Rubel Islam to bowl a length he's hasn't been as threatening with. That's back of a length that's bouncing up. It's not comfortable for Vusi Swanda in the sense that it's getting hit in the groin, but he is reducing his chances of being caught behind an LBW. It'll have to be a really full ball, which he should back himself to hit, or he'll have to be flashing at a wide delivery. They're just advancing down the wicket. The ball's bounced up, and well, that's on the special region.
It's and into the future. Sometimes those box do take a bit of a crack, and then you got it because the impact on it, and it's not a comfortable area for a cricketer to be hit.
Not a comfortable area for any man to be hit. So he's just going to get some running repairs. Obviously, I think there might have been a little bit of damage to the actual protector, so he's going to have to replace that. You wouldn't. Can be a very uncomfortable feeling, that, but he obviously has a pretty good protector, because most times Man goes down like a sack of potatoes, but Vusimuzi Sibanda has just stayed standing.
Oh, maybe he was lucky that it just hit the top of the box, perhaps. You know, if it hits the middle, bottom region, goodness me, it's uncomfortable for a long time.
He's a man of steel.
Well, Zimbabwe's going to need a man of steel. First run, 400 to get now. It's a tall order. Goodness me.
The appeal.
Oh, that could be close. Oh, my word. Gee, that looked... I think that if that was on the back leg, which I think it was, then Vusimuzi Sibanda may have had a little bit of fortune. Have a look at that in a moment. 7 overs gone, 29 for none.
That's the end of the 7th over. Zimbabwe 29 without.
Let's have another look. Oh, I tell you what. Height. Look for height.
So the two openers are just trying their best to keep the momentum going and to ensure that they're rotating the strike. And as for Bangladesh, they should just be saying to themselves, don't worry about it. Let them do that. A time will come when a mistake will be made. Bowled him! Got him! It hit the top of off stump, and that is exactly what they will be wanting. The early breakthrough, and they've got it.
Classic from Shakib Al Hassan. Brilliant delivery. Wonderful left arm spin bowling from a cute angle, darting in towards middle and off, and then straightening. Fabulous stuff. Oh yeah, just wonderful. Credit to the bowler there. Reggie Jacob was gone for it.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Change in the field. The man got crossed on the leg side. And that is soft. A disappointing end for Vusimuzi Sibanda. And Shakib Al Hassan has won the battle. He almost thought he had done what he needed to do. He had spread the field, and in the end, he's chipped it up softly to cover. And the end of Vusimuzi Sibanda.
Not a good shot. It was nice and full. He wanted to hit it over the top again, and all he managed to do was just skew it out to Shoaib Ghazi at catching mid-off. Gone for 32, Zimbabwe 66 for 2.
Who are very neat and meticulous about their kit and their preparation, and Zier looks like the kind of guy that just stuffs everything into the back of the kit bag and then pulls it out the next morning.
He looks very strong as well. I mean, looking at him at warm-up today, big shoulders.
Up goes the finger. He struck. It was very full. And Brendan Taylor is on his way. And I have to say, I don't think he could have too much doubt about that. It was very, very full indeed, and angled back in. You'd have been disappointed if that had been given out if you were the bowler, or given not out. And so Brendan Taylor's series ends on a down, but it did look very out of Mushfiqur. He is not going to take no for an answer. So Brendan Taylor goes for 10 from 43
runs to win the second Teletalk 3G test match here at Harare Sports Club. A tall order.
Bowled him. Gone through the defences. The end of Waller. 4th wicket down. And Zimbabwe are now in all sorts of trouble as Bangladesh closes in. 118 for 4.
His feet really just haven't moved there, Jeremy. It's not a delivery that's done all that much. Malcolm Wallace dismissed for 15. Zimbabwe in trouble, 118 for 4.